people, I think, are fed up with jigging about on the floor on their own. They do want to dance with a partner. It's, in a way, it's going back to quite a romantic idea of dancing with somebody else.
I'm flat broke, but I don't care. I strut right by with my tail in the air. Straight cat strut, I'm a...
In a nutshell, I'd describe Ceroc as a really exciting partner dance that you can learn really quickly. You only need to pick up 2 or 3 moves and you can get out on the floor and dance it to any music. We always say it's pure dance addiction.
I work in the city for a large firm of solicitors. I specialise in employment law, and I'm an advocate in the industrial tribunals, and I defend companies against claims of unfair dismissals, sex discrimination, race discrimination. People my age, I'm 26, can't dance. When I was younger, or when I have been out with my parents, I've watched them get up and just dance, rock and roll dance, things that they did together 20 years ago, 30 years ago. The last wedding that I went to, they had a very good band on. It was a lovely do, and 1 or 2 couples could dance, and the rest of us just jumped up and down. And I thought it would have been nice to have been able to get up and ask someone to dance and have a proper dance. I heard about Ceroc from a friend who rang me up at work. I was just introduced to it as a fun night out.
Ladies on, 10 ladies moving. Well done the new people. So many people don't know how to partner dance in this country. They don't have a clue, and they don't particularly want to go on a course, book up for 10 weeks, find a partner, wear special clothes. They're not interested in that. They're interested in learning a dance really quickly that isn't complicated, and Ceroc offers them that. No special footwork, no special clothes. You don't have to wear this, you don't have to wear that, you don't have to look like this, you don't have to look like that. It's basically, if you think of fast food, you've got Ceroc. Ceroc is fast dancing, fast socialising.
Into the cone, turn, back, into the man spin, across, catch, return, yes!
I'm here for the immersion Ceroc course on a Saturday, so I'll get 6 solid hours. I've been to one lesson before, but my friends are a little bit ahead, so I'm going to try and catch up. By the end of the day I'll be slightly more competent, or I'll be put off for life, and I won't be coming again during the week. This is kill or cure, I think, isn't it?
The main point of today is not only learning these moves, but actually learning how to put them together, because the main problem people have, mainly men, is actually knowing what comes next. How on earth do I join one move to another? Lower the hand to rock me back. Return, back. Just lift your hand up, she'll turn, and down.
That's better, that bit.
Catching.
Lord.
Man's left, lady's right. 7.
Very difficult, 10:30 in the morning, stone cold sober, just to start dancing. So I was very tense for that first couple of steps. Then the third step she puts in this basket one, I thought it was beginners, and everyone else has been there, all but 4 lessons or 5 lessons. So I was the goon. I mean, I was the person that had done the least. But by the end of the morning, if you relax, it just gets better.
In the start. Let's have a look at what you're doing. Man's left, lady's right. Everyone else, no watching. Everyone else, carry on doing it. Most of you have got this now, which is good. Man's left, lady's right. So it's 1 and step back, offering your spare hand.
Yeah.
1 and step back, offering your spare hand. Left hand over right to wrap the lady into your side. Okay, that's one movement. That's it. She'll just step forward. You need to step forward as well, okay? Right, the reason that you're having trouble, if you can have a look, Neil's having trouble with his hand. The reason is because you're hanging on to the lady. Do you want to break her fingers? Okay, no. Just hold on very, very lightly, okay? Very lightly. Your hand should probably be like, no thumb, no thumb. Oh dear.
I invented the name Ceroc in 1980, and Ceroc is short for Ceroc. I first came across the dance in France, or something very similar to it, and in France, the French and the Paris cafes and whatever were dancing a form of jive. I fell in love with it, thought it was terrific, and set up a night here in this country in 1980. Ceroc has grown enormously. In London, there are about 1,500 people coming to classes every week.
And you find out about yourself.
After you, David.
Frisbee. And catch through the middle.
Oh.
A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or fidget, as the case may be. So,
My lesson on Tuesday, the first part of the lesson was good because there were moves that I'd learnt at the Ceroc shop, and so I felt quite good about myself that I knew what was happening on the stage. I didn't feel quite so lost. I thought that I would be able to motor straight on to an intermediate session, learn a couple of steps, and that it would all come very easily, but I felt like I'd gone right back to the beginning.
Oh, I forgot the post spin. Sorry, my fault.
My parents come from a Turkish Cypriot culture where dancing is a very important part of everyday life. Every young man learns how to dance. If he doesn't learn to dance, the ladies don't see him as being a man. But I was born over here, so I never had that opportunity to learn this part of Turkish culture. Well, I've been driving a cab for about 7 years then, and I got myself into a rut, and 9 to 5 became very, very common. And I thought it was like the end of the world. I found out about Ceroc from a customer of mine who strongly recommended me to go there. And one evening I went there thinking it was a waste of time. Within weeks I found out that by going to a place like this, it gave me the opportunity of escaping from all the anxieties of life. And I was able to escape into colours and feelings and harmony and melodies, things I'd never known before.
I started off with no dance background whatsoever, and like many people in this country, particularly men, I felt that I had 2 left feet, and I certainly had a self-perception that I would never be a dancer of a partnered dance. However, it was peer group pressure from friends really, because increasingly partner dancing is back with a vengeance, and I had to join in or I was going to be missing out. You can look surprisingly good with very simple moves. In order to get as good as I've now got, and I'm quite happy with my progress, I've had to go very regularly, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 times a week. And I've become what's known as a Cerocaholic. And I'm quite happy to be one.
The freestyle is definitely the most exciting part of the evening because we have a chance to choose our partners. I always make a beeline for someone or other. I haven't met my prince yet. I think the majority of people are very interested in dating, and the thing that impresses me about Ceroc is that it actually encourages people to relate. It's a dance that involves lots of interesting, flirtatious getting to know each other. It's extremely sexual and exciting and very passionate even.
How many times do you get blown out?
4 times.
4 times. Ceroc snobs. The Ceroc snob is a girl that's forgotten what it's like to be a beginner, and so has just no mercy at all.
All the Ceroc snobs do is they wear these pleated skirts, and they have shoes that they definitely didn't go to work in,
no heels,
and they have a frown.
It's quite often that a girl will ask you to dance, which is like, whoa. And you're standing by the bar with a beer, and a girl asks you to dance, and you go and do your one move, and then you can't do anything else.
And you've got to think one move ahead. And if you're getting difficulties, you just go back into an arm jar, and then you're just left there.
But I'm stuck in the arm jar.
You're stuck in the arm jar thinking, what am I going to do next?
That's what it's called, I'm stuck in it.
Yeah,
no.
Anyway,
actually, there's nothing more embarrassing than getting the same woman come back twice and wince at you.
Terrible. It's
Then you get, I think it's definitely something you want to do with a bunch of mates rather than trying to find love.
To answer the question as to where Ceroc came from, you'd probably have to go back about 70 years. In the mid-20s you had the very popular dance developed by very much the white population, which was the Charleston, and the black population at that time developed, unbeknown to them, they developed a dance called the Lindy Hop, which was, to begin with, just a jokingly mimic of the Charleston. They would stick their backside out more, they would kick their legs even higher than the white population. And then in the mid-30s, that dance developed into a new dance called the Jitterbug. In the mid-40s, the US, the GIs in America that were stationed in France imported the Jitterbug to France because the musical taste in France at that time, the Jitterbug wasn't conducive. So the French developed their own style of dance, which was to a different beat, which today we know as Ceroc.
Once a month, Ceroc holds a social tea dance on this Second World War British battleship, the HMS President, 1918, and it's on the embankment on the Thames. And in the drill hall, which is where the Navy would have done their drills, it's now turned over this afternoon to a dance hall, and there's everyone Cerocing in there. And in the officers' mess, which is now a bar, there's everyone chatting away on there.
It's the first time I've been to the tea dance in the afternoon. It's great fun. It's a nice way of spending a Sunday. But the floor's not very good. I mean, it's very sticky, so you can't really spin. And you know, I've been bashed around so many times. I mean, it's my injury. And, you know, I did it to myself. So I can't really blame anybody else for that one. But no, it's a fun afternoon. It's great. I've enjoyed it.
I work in an investment bank. You see the trading floor behind me, and I work in human resources. At the moment, I'm working on a project where I'm involved in the redesign of the structure of the bank, which is great fun. Have a look at what I've done and then more or less copy that for the rest of them. You're not meant to be either female nor male in this kind of a working environment. I think you try and put across an image that's just neutral.
And I'm in Frankfurt Wednesday to Friday.
So then to be able to go out in the evening and do something that's quite feminine is quite nice. It's quite a nice compliment. So I enjoy it for that reason, really. And then you dress up in sort of pretty skirts and, you know, and whatever. Having an ability to just allow yourself to be led is really, really important for the woman.
There is a certain sense of getting back to a pre-feminist sort of idea of masculinity. But that doesn't necessarily mean to say you've got to bring along all the old baggage with it. It's actually an opportunity to play with that without it being a really sort of heavy statement.
Dance is to show off women and to make women look good. If you bear that in mind, it's not about men being powerful at all. They're almost taking the submissive part because they're allowing themselves to look a little bit sort of second-rate, if you like, while the woman shows off and does her bit.
Talking to my friends, I think that once we've learnt to do the dance, we wouldn't take it socially to a big Ceroc event. We'd take it out into town where we'd go normally, and I think that's what I prefer to do with Ceroc, rather than being around hundreds of people who are obviously very good at Ceroc and into Ceroc. Take it to any club, any wine bar. You can dance with any girl, and they love it. They love being twiddled around.
St Paul's Church, Onslow Square, one of the weekly Ceroc venues in London. About 2 years ago, a friend introduced me to Ceroc, and I really didn't want to come. I was a bit reluctant, and when I came along, I was quite surprised at how easy it was to do it. You know, I mean, to pick it up, the basic moves anyway. And then a few months later, a couple of people I met here suggested I came to this church to see what it was like, and I came for a few weeks, and I had a sort of spiritual experience, and I've been a Christian ever since. So Ceroc's been very important to me.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
I forget your name.
Kate. There are a lot of Christians that do Ceroc. I mean, like tonight, I would think at least half were Christians. A few of the Ceroc hierarchy are Christians as well.
Flip, flop, backwards, forwards, lean over the head, and Alleluia, in!
The Alleluia move is where your hands are like this together, and then it goes from there to up here and down again. And it's just, it's cool that, because it's some people in church, they do something like that when they're praising God. I feel one of the happiest I ever feel when I'm dancing.
If you've danced Ceroc for an evening, there's no way you can drink at the same time because you're spinning all the time, and you dehydrate. So basically people drink soft drinks, and if they have a beer, it's usually when they turn up and relax after work. But there's no druggies or anything.
Why don't we do a performance at Battersea?
So if we do some freestyle,
We could,
drippy
couldn't we?
drop,
I think it'd be nice.
and then do a lesson,
We've
yeah.
got the two to do.
Well, 8 of us who are quite good friends and who would go out for dinner and drinking together, we got to a certain stage where we felt we'd quite like to go away and do something a bit different, and perhaps put together a few routines. And we've been asked to dance at various balls, and the nice thing about it is that we do it for charity as well. We have great fun, and we wouldn't do it if it wasn't fun.
Patrick, could you not get a lighter, Tim?
I didn't know NFI made things this way.
Okay. Left, right, return. 1, 2, spin. 1, 2, spin, catch. Left, return. Out, in, out, 2. Drop, around.
I mean, it's one of those dances that's not static because it's not bound by the sort of ballroom style rules. You can always add bits in and pinch from other dancers. So it's becoming an amalgamation of different types of dancing. And the one we're doing at the moment, we've got a bit of Lindy Hop in there.
Here we are, Monday night stomping. It's our regular swing night where we dance music from the 30s, 40s, 50s. We've got lots of Lindy Hoppers, jitterbuggers, jivers, and it's all about having good fun. I find a lot of people come to me having done Ceroc and they want to take it a stage further. Bounce, turn, right, right down left, left down right, right, stop. We do a step called a Lindy circle, which is an 8-count step. It goes 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. Lindy hop. A Ceroc step might just be 1, 2, 3, 4. It's almost the same. It's just simplified.
Walking with my baby, she got great big feet. She's long, lean, and lanky, and ain't had none of the heat, but she's my baby.
It's a really good night, and it's good to see those people who I remember teaching Ceroc probably years ago all doing swing and Lindy Hop. It was a really good night.
Got some very sexy food there.
I have, haven't I?
Profligate lawyer. Money to burn. Work hard, play hard. Dover Street Wine Bar is very nice. It's one of the few places in town where you can actually sit down and have a meal, have a conversation and get up and dance when you want to. The last time I came here, I got up and really, I couldn't do anything. Over my hand there, I'm not going to knock you in the face.
You might
Bang,
do it.
and catch you on the other side.
Oh, I'm happy with that.
Side to side. Although I probably wasn't that good tonight and the girl I was with might have got a bit annoyed, it was nice to be able to get up and have an idea about what I could do. To the slower numbers, not the faster numbers, but it's definitely the place that I'd like to take Ceroc. I really do not want to spend my whole life in classes. I don't want to become a professional, do lists and jumps. I want to be able to have a nice meal, attractive young lady, and have a dance, full stop.
Whirling squirts and skirts even, and twirling couples next week with sequence dancing. That's at the same time of 8:30.